thinking about manufacturing your product in China? Well, make sure you watch all of this video because it's going to make you think twice. I'm Phil, I run a company called D2M. I've been working with manufacturers in China for 15 years. I've made my own product range in China as well, and I've seen it all. Now, one of our biggest clients, a multi-million-pound company, has just pulled out of China altogether. Last year, they had £20 million worth of stock on the water that had been manufactured in the Far East. That gives you some idea of the scale of their operation. Now, if they can't make manufacturing in China work, and they're now investing tens of millions of pounds in changing their supplier base to Europe, then it might be worth you considering whether you actually want to be manufacturing your product in China. Now, I'm a realist. There are some things that you can only manufacture in China, and I'm going to share at the end of this video some tips so that you can manage your risk if that's the case. Here's the first thing that should make you think twice about manufacturing in China: shipping cost fluctuations. Now, these have been crazy over the last few years. When my product was first produced 5 years ago, it was costing me roughly £1,800 to ship a container from China to the UK. Now, that went up over the last couple of years to a high of over £20,000 to ship one container. And that was a huge increase that caused massive problems. Now, it has come back down again, but ongoing shipping cost fluctuations are a big reason to think about manufacturing somewhere close to home because it gives you much more certainty. Another huge issue that should make you think twice about manufacturing in the Far East is component and material supply and shortages. Now, one of our clients recently was told by their manufacturer, "We can't tell you when we can make your product because we simply can't get the components." The manufacturer said to him, "You can place an order, but we might be able to start it in 9 months minimum, but we can't guarantee that, and we can't guarantee how long it's going to take us to finish the production either." Now, it's a huge problem if you've got a good market for your product, you've got good sales, but you don't know when you're even going to be able to start production of your next batch. Now, manufacturing a product in China is really complex. I've created a free guide. The link is in the description below. Please do check that out. Export duty changes are another huge issue, particularly if you are in the US. And with the trade wars that are going on between China and the US, actually import tariffs are changing quite regularly. And again, that makes it very difficult for you to plan your prices and your costs and get a business plan together that's actually going to work. Now, it's a lot more consistent with a lot of other countries, and that is something that makes other countries much more appealing for manufacturing. Finally, let's not forget the Suez Canal blockage that happened a couple of years ago. That's really highlighted how fragile global shipping routes are, and if something happens in that very narrow route, then actually your goods could be on the water for many months, and that can create huge issues with supply as well. Now, I don't want to scare you away from manufacturing in China. Let's be honest, at the end of the day, there are many benefits to manufacturing in China. Lower labour costs, access to a vast network of suppliers, and as I said at the beginning, I know that some products just can't be made economically anywhere else, and some products can't be made at all anywhere else. However, it's essential to be aware of these potential challenges, and if you are stuck having to manufacture in the Far East, then here are some things you can do to mitigate these risks. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get all notifications about our latest videos. The first thing you can do to mitigate one of these risks is to diversify your supplier base. If you're relying on a single supplier in China for all of your manufacturing needs, then you're putting all of your eggs in one basket. Consider working with multiple suppliers to diversify your risk and ensure that you have backup options in case of supply chain disruptions. Secondly, build strong relationships with your suppliers. They are more likely to provide you with stock if they really like you, they get on really well with you, and you pay them on time, than they are some of their other customers who maybe they have other challenges with. There is nothing like visiting your suppliers in person, taking them out for dinner, going drinking with them, that type of thing, to build that relationship and ensure that actually you are top of their list when they do have stock. Consider buying stock for the next few years of product and asking your main assembly manufacturer to hold that stock of your components or materials. In electronics particularly now, a lot of our electronic design partners are advising their clients to hold stock for at least 3 years of production of all of their critical chips and main electronic components so that things don't have to be changed in the design and to ensure a consistency of supply. Be flexible and adaptable when manufacturing in China. It's important that you're able to pivot quickly if you need to resolve some of these challenges. At D2M, my company, we're very used to working with our clients to help them iron out these difficulties in manufacturing. If this is all sounding very overwhelming, then do check out my company and the services we offer. There's a link below in the description. We have over 20 years of experience helping you navigate the political, regulatory, and cultural landscape of manufacturing in China. So there you have it. If you're considering manufacturing a product, here are the risks that you're likely to face and some ways of mitigating those as well. And don't forget to check out that fantastic guide that's entirely free to manufacturing an idea. The link is in the description below.